here we are again, another day in the CNFT universe.
Oh, yes. Once more, we're doing it. Of course, Summer and I are currently separated by
We're in a
this
long distance
imaginary
relationship.
wall here. Put
Yeah.
your hands up. Let's see. Can we touch hands through the metaverse?
How romantic. We
It's
haven't done
supposed,
that in a week.
it's supposed to be getting a touch in a week. Yeah, I missed Thursday's show because I had the COVID. I got it from Stella. She's a dimensional traveler, and she brought it back
Never bathes.
from some crazy place. So she's been sick. I'm sick. Summer's doing okay. We're doing okay.
So far.
I'm almost out of the woods. I'm feeling this is my first day I'm really up and at 'em, up and active here. But we have a great show. This is, of course, the CNFT News, and this is your spot for real news, real nonsense in the Cardano
Gonna get a
NFT
lot of both.
community. Now, today there's going to be less news because in other
It's kinda like
news, Will
veggies
has
and
COVID.
junk, really.
Also.
It's like the news is the veggies, the nonsense is the junk. You gotta have them both.
It's a really good point. Yeah. So yes, Will has COVID, which means that most of our news research is not happening, at least not for Monday's show.
All
That's okay.
all the good part.
Yeah, we'll probably be ready for it by Thursday, though.
Yeah.
And I have this new beard going on here.
Yes, it's
It's
very
all right.
handsome.
Trying it on. I haven't gone to see Doctor Strange yet, but now I feel like I'm ready.
You better put on your cloak.
I need to bring
We got a few cloaks. Let's bust them out.
Nothing that's quite as impressive as
Get COVID again at the theater.
Yeah, exactly. Like I want to go to a theater after just having COVID. Oh, no.
It's gonna be like,
I'm ready for it. But we got some great guests today. We've got waiting backstage. We got Big Paul Thomas back there. We got Brian. They're talking about junkies and Veggiemates, and then of course later we got the makers. We're gonna have a great time today
in the house.
Yeah, but before we get to all that fun stuff, we need to bring on our sponsor. Right? We have our sponsor who is Ada Lips or Trippy Ada. That's right, Trippy Lips, Trippy Ada.
Yes, and that sale just happened. It just started on Friday the 13th. Pretty appropriate name. I mean,
so we're gonna show this video because we failed to last time. I wasn't here.
We did it in an Inception way, okay? And you got to be on the news because of it, because Tyler and I went deep into an older ep.
Yeah, I actually like that quite a bit. That was pretty cool. So we might show Tyler on this episode. You had to miss it. But we're going to play the video for Trippy Ada. It's a very cool 70s psychedelic themed drop. So let's take a look.
I feel like I'm getting to know that song by heart, like, bum, 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 bum. You know, like I know it. It's like the soundtrack of my dreams now. Hey, you're muted.
You can't hear my singing? That's terrible.
I thought a witch stole your voice.
So here's the deal with Trippy Ada. These Trippy Lip Series 2 are 65 Ada per. If you have the OG promo token holder, it's 53 ADA. That's a 20% discount. There are 400 pieces available to mint in Series 2, and they are all one of ones, which is pretty cool.
That's awesome. I did not realize that they were all one of one. Wow.
So check them out. We're very grateful for the support from them. Thank you very much.
And just everything that they do for the community, all the support and just fun times. Marbles every week, Cardano women,
always rolling. All right, well, let's bring out our guests for our little round table of nonsense. It's full on nonsense.
Come on, gather round.
Here we go, my friends. We're going to bring them out. And
Round table. It's even better because it's a round table, because it could be serious, but generally it's not. And it's funny to have a silly round table. They don't have those enough, I think.
That's true. So we're going to play a little music and bring them all on in an exciting way. So here we go.
Woo! Damn.
All right,
What a
welcome
lineup.
everyone. Welcome to the news.
That was epic.
Welcome. Amazing.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, absolutely. So
Thanks a lot.
here's the challenge today. We're gonna throw some ideas at you, and we've got this goofy website from way back in the day.
Yeah.
Called "Would You Push the Button?" or what's it
Will
called?
you press the button?
Will you press the button? That's right. So you guys are gonna tell us if you want to press the button given certain scenarios.
About this particular question. And I thought I should tell everyone that I looked up if a mushroom was a vegetable, and it said they're classified as vegetables, but they are technically not plants and part of the
Not even
kingdom of
plants.
fungi.
It's crazy.
True.
We don't like to get into specifics with these kinds of things. Yeah.
Well, I'm wearing mushroom earrings, so I had to know if I was
If it was a veg,
allowed,
Yeah,
if
okay.
I was
right? That makes sense.
approved in any way.
The decision's in your heart. That's where it's made.
You're
Yeah,
so
those
right.
are
You know
the
what?
scientists.
Labels are shit. They just get us
Yeah.
into trouble as humans.
For mainstream people.
Yeah.
Exactly. I like that, Beast Eyes. Okay, so the question is, would you rather, will you press the button? Okay, you can turn invisible and back again at will anytime you want. That's pretty powerful. But you will definitely die on your 60th birthday if you survive that far. Like, you will die on your birthday.
Could die earlier, but you got an expiration date.
Yeah.
60. Whew.
For the
Invisibility.
power of invisibility.
That's right.
Basically, okay. So you're trading a long life for invisibility.
It may
Yeah,
seem
but-
easy, but you know that they're about to make some real cracks in length of life here, you know. So put
Sure,
that
you
into
might be
the
done way
equation.
early.
People might start living to around 100 something, a little more comfortably.
But you might get killed tomorrow, anyways, and then
I
not have hit
know.
the button at all. What was
And
that?
I mean,
If
but
you're
that's-
invisible,
invisible.
you cross the road, you get hit by a truck.
That's true. Well, you can be.
Yeah, you don't have to be.
So what do you
Oh, you
think?
can.
I would not push the button for that power.
Yeah.
I first need to think what to use it for.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
if I come up with
And,
something worth, I guess, shortening my life,
Yeah.
then maybe.
you know, I like the idea of spying on people that are screwing people over and finding out, you know, being invisible, recording some
Vigilante.
shady shit that powerful people are doing, and then, you know, they never even knew I was there.
The
And-
invisible whistleblower.
Yeah,
Probably
exactly.
as a whistleblower, you probably die a lot
Fixer.
earlier, anyways, because they'll come after you. So it'll probably take care of itself.
Yeah,
You
I
could
mean,
like
Edward
get
Snowden
into
would have an easier
concerts.
time if he could be invisible at will.
So what was
But
that,
your
Brian?
family can't, so that's kind of sucks. They could still come for your
Oh
family.
yeah, and they would.
But like, can you be invisible more than once, or is it just like
Yeah,
once?
yeah.
Oh yeah, you got it
For your-
You
anytime
got for life.
for life until
For your
60.
short life.
First one. I mean, it's not that short either.
I'd probably pass on it.
60's pretty good.
I mean, yeah.
I don't need to be invisible that much, you know.
Yeah, you know what? I think I would pass on it too, but you know, it really kind of depends on what would happen. Yeah, I mean,
I mean, there's so much you can do with it.
I like the idea of being a vigilante. If I decided that I wanted to be a vigilante, I would definitely hit that button.
So if I died, and you went crazy.
Because
If you
you're
had a
gonna
lot of
die
tragedy.
As a vigilante, like they don't
Oh,
get
yeah.
that old, probably.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
can get a lot done.
Yeah,
Do that.
absolutely.
What do you think, Bry Guy?
I'm a big no. I don't know if you guys ever watched the movie Hollow Man
Sure.
back in
No,
the
that was
days,
one of
but
your Nick Cage, right?
that's the only thing I could think about doing with that
Oh, no,
power,
Kevin
which
Bacon.
isn't a very noble cause. So I'm gonna go ahead and pass because I can't think of many times in my life where I've been like, man, if I could only be invisible right now, I would have it made. So I would need a much cooler superpower than that.
It is kind of a creepy superpower when it all boils
It
down.
is, yeah, it's a very creepy one, yeah.
It's like, why do you want to be invisible?
Yeah, exactly.
How pure are these intentions, vigilantes? Yeah.
Tricky time.
Okay, well, we got a bunch of no's. See,
Right,
we
wow.
already have magic.
I
We
would
don't
pass
need all this shit.
Yeah, you want to feel invisible? Just go stand on the street in New York City.
Yeah, true.
True that. Exactly.
You go.
Or be poor in America, am I right?
Oh, yeah. So do we have another
Ooh.
one, or do we have something else to?
I think that's good. I think that was juicy enough.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that's pretty juicy. I like that. Now backstage, we were talking briefly what everybody's favorite vegetable was, and we heard some weird answers. What?
hear it.
Let's go around.
Well, fruits.
Where are you guys at with that, or even just favorite food? To be honest,
Yeah, it could also be junk.
what are you into?
So my favorite vegetables are bananas,
Right,
which are
that was
clearly a
me.
vegetable.
And that is what he said backstage as well.
Yeah, my favorite food, man, that's a tough one because I'm more of a junkie than a veggie, but
That was yeah.
I
What are you eating lately? You know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
'cause
it's pretty
it's always
healthy
fluctuating.
So the thing I've been craving the most is pizza. I just been really wanting pizza, and I didn't realize how much I loved pizza, but every time I walk by
You're not wrong for that.
anything pizza related, I just want it so bad.
I've
Can
also
dig
been
it.
wanting a lot of Italian sort of things. It doesn't like just things that have sauce on them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been eating a lot of hot dogs.
Oh yeah.
It's been my thing for the last like month. I just want to get a
Yeah,
want another
you've
hot
been
dog. Quick,
hardcore
easy.
hot dog eating.
No, of course,
Do you
there.
load them up with stuff or just the dog and bun?
Well, there's
Ketchup
the
and
bun,
mustard.
ketchup, mustard, and the dog. And this
I
is
made chili yesterday on it.
yeah, we had chili hot dogs because I kept
Nice.
asking for hot dogs, and she was like, "We gotta do something."
I gotta do something about this. There's gotta be something better. But
I don't really have a favorite, like, I don't know, food or anything. I just
salad.
A lot of big
Salad.
salads.
I'm quite like, yeah, salads. As long as I've got something fresh, to eat on the side, I'm okay.
Fresh.
Yeah, fruit I think is an important thing for me as well.
I just
Yeah,
have some
I'm-
watermelon
What
that
do you
I'm
think,
really
Paul?
excited about.
I'm very into daikon radish lately. My wife makes radish kimchi, and
Oh no way!
I'll just be thinking about it. Kimchi's really interesting because you smell it and you're like, "What died in here?"
I love
Kimchi, you're like, "Oh, that smells good."
I've only like exactly. Once you start to like it, it's totally different. I had to get used to it, and now I just like always want it. Definitely.
Yeah, so that's my thing. Put it with
Cool,
rice or
radish.
all kinds of stuff. Yeah.
Interesting.
All right, guys. Well, this was a little nonsense interlude at the beginning of the show. Thank you all for being here for this. We're going to send you backstage and then immediately bring some of you back out.
Hey,
First guest.
Psych.
So here we go. We'll see you on the other side, and we'll see you a little bit later in the second slot, makers. Okay, here we go. All right. Now, normally we would talk about news or something at this
Yeah,
point.
yeah. Let's say blah blah
I've
blah.
been out. I literally have no idea
#CNFT.
what's going on.
I wonder, actually, I'm curious about what has happened with the hashtag CNFT NFT thing. I wonder if, I feel like the community is picking up using the NFT hashtag with the CNFT hashtag a lot more.
Okay. I haven't
And I
seen
think
it.
that's going to be good for us all.
Well, getting those hashtags more popularized, that's not going to hurt.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't think we have anything to talk about.
No,
Right?
these are empty.
All right.
Empty as can be.
So, without further ado, you've been waiting to see him. We're really excited to have him here. We're talking about the crew from Veggiemates, talking about junkies. We got Big Paul Thomas in the back here. We got Brian coming out. Are you all ready for this?
In the green room. In the green room. Some girls just swooned like y'all are the veggie beatles.
Ah, thank you. You're kind.
Probably swinging over those graphics. You guys got some really good like transitions going on. I love it.
Thank you. Yeah, we're trying to seem like news. That's our goal.
We're trying to show what the news could be if it was allowed to be more real or something.
It's too much news, not enough
ridiculous.
nonsense on these real news programs. How real are they out there?
I agree, man.
I love it.
Yes, we're trying to have some
We're
fun
still
out
learning how to do that.
So you guys are here representing a new faction of just junkies, really. I mean, a bunch of, are these guys, are they cool? Are they all jerks? What's the story here?
They're ruthless. So they're kind of when we look at the veggies versus junkies, the veggies live underground, of course, and the junkies, they live above ground. So
nobody good lives above ground.
The junkies are holding them down, right? And they're kind of it'll be interesting because when we start rolling out the story, because that's a big part of our project, is having like actual character development. And no villain thinks they're the villain, right?
Yeah.
When you look at Thanos and you hear his side of the story, and you're like, even though he's killing all these people, you're kind of like looking from their perspective. You're like, okay, I can see that.
And it gradually happens. It doesn't happen all at once. It molds, it twists, it turns.
So who's really the bad guy, right? But yeah, they're a lot meaner. The veggies are a little bit more happy-go-lucky. You'll see it in the traits, but
show off.
They're doing some crude hand gestures over here with some sick hand tats.
Yeah, this broccoli is pretty serious. This guy's got a mohawk made of nachos.
Yeah,
clearly a junkie.
That's beautiful, though. A nacho mohawk for sure.
That's a great idea.
Cool. Yeah, we got a lot of stuff like that coming out with this set. Our artist just went to town with. I guess he really likes junk food.
Hey, you got to live your passion.
There's no shortage of ideas with him. It was really cool. Yeah,
that's great.
Well, it's funny because I've been trying to eat healthier, and when we were doing Veggiemates, it's actually helping me because I'm just constantly seeing vegetables. So I subconsciously just want to eat more vegetables, and then now we switch over to junkies. And it's just been so hard for me because I just stare at junk food all day now, and I really want some pizza.
Dude, y'all are like constantly watching commercials, like for your project of food. You're just like, oh, I need that thing.
Oh shit, it's got audio.
Okay. Oh yeah,
I'm gonna play that as we went. I'm gonna play it, but I just have to stop the audio because it's too crazy right now. Tell us more about what's coming here.
Yeah, that's a trailer. That's the Turret Defense trailer, Greens trailer. Which one is that?
It's the Tower Defense trailer, but honestly, it's a really good trailer just for the story in general. So it's kind of a Greens trailer as well. And it like, if anybody hasn't checked it out, like we put a lot of care into the quality of it as well. We hired a professional voice actor, and our artist, you can see, did some really good work. We're actually releasing a token next month. At least it's set for June, and the token's name is Greens. And what's cool about greens is that it's a utility token. We could get more into that, but
Perfect
it's also
name. That's a really good name.
it's a really good name, right? And it's the center focus of the storyline. So I said we're like a very story-based NFT. When we look at the Veggiemates versus Junkies, they found this substance called greens, and it's this mysterious substance that gives them energy and power. And the veggies, being a little bit more natural, they consume the greens more like they eat it, they drink it through tea, they smoke it, like they take it a little bit more naturally. The junkies,
Healthy person.
yeah, the junkies, like you see the lab in the back, they're brewing it up in the lab. They're distilling it
They're
down.
smoking it.
Concentrating the
They're
greens.
mainlining it.
Exactly, yeah, they're injecting it. They're taking it in pills. Like the junkies are, and it goes so well with the name junkies. And
Totally.
because of that, the junkies are stronger than the veggies. But there's another group within the veggies because they've had enough of it, and they're called the vigilantes. And what the vigilantes do is they take the greens the junkies way. So you see in the video one of the broccolis injecting in the greens junkie style, and he gets all buffed out like all Hulk mode. So that's the arch nemesis. Those are the ones who are taking a stand for the veggies, the vigilantes.
And if the junkies are doing it in these more hardcore ways, they probably have more likelihood of having withdrawals and problems from it, where the veggies will probably just be able to stay at a certain level. They might not Hulk out as much, but they're not going to have the come down period, isn't it?
They're not going to have the long-term side effects, maybe. Yeah. The research hasn't been done yet. It's a new substance, so we don't know the long-term side effects yet.
I'll be interested to know what they are.
Like to scroll through and look at all your cool artwork. Always a lot of great, you got great promo artwork for this project. Always appreciated what you have to show off here, like this.
Thanks. That's
And
how it all
you're
started.
really good at
Story
sharing.
about,
That's right.
the junkies versus the Veggiemates. That's we started with this story of these two groups that are in opposition, and it's been really fun and not extremely, like, we don't have to, like, just like how you just thought of like withdrawal stuff to put into the storyline, it just comes out. So we'll get together with the team and have ideation meetings where we're coming up with story arcs to build the comics and the animations and stuff. And that's really exciting for us, is building this whole Veggiemates versus Junkies universe and putting characters, like actual personalities, behind these images.
Dude, I bet it really does write itself. Like, just thinking about it, yeah, like, it just seems like it would be really fun. And every time I hear, like last time Brian was talking about it, it's just like, it's really fun to talk about and think about, because it really parallels with the real world in a lot of ways. So it's like easy to think of the dystopian veggie junk world.
Yeah.
Sure.
So what has changed with this latest project update? Because Brian, we've had you on before. What's different now?
So the big thing, so with the token coming out, the greens token, one of the questions people should ask with any token is, what's the point of it, right? Are you just making this thing to make it, or is there like an actual purpose to it? And calling it a utility token versus it actually being a utility token are two different things. So the most obvious one that we've had that the most people understand is like our tower defense game. But there are other things that we're talking about doing from a utility standpoint. One of them that I'm very excited about is our franchise pass. Yeah. And so the way the franchise pass is going to work is there's two factions of fighters. There's the vigilantes and the crumb lords. So those are like the representatives of each group who go to war. And then the Veggiemates and the junkies are kind of more like the citizens, right? But when you're ready to battle, you become a crumb lord or a vigilante. And so we're creating a set, and the whole premise is the veggies eat the junkies and the junkies eat the veggies. So if your veggie goes out and it starts eating up junkies, what will happen is it'll actually level up your veggie. And both the original supplies will reduce as a part of that. So we'll actually have a dwindling supply on both sides. And then when a Vigilante starts leveling up, we had a pretty good infographic on this on our Twitter.
Ooh, I'd love
We
to see
buried
that.
a little bit, but like you'll get a badass name, so you'll get like a superhero name, and then you'll get a theme song because Big PT over here happens to be a musician, and then when you reach level 3, you're gonna see like a pretty big difference, and they're also gonna consume your greens earning power. So if a Vigilante or if a Vegemate or a Junkie is earning staking rewards and I decide to eat it, I also consume its staking reward.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. And then when you reach to the max level, there's a little surprise there, which we can't release. You'll have to figure it out. But
damn, this is like some D&D, it starts getting good at level 3, max level, you turn into a god.
And then our vision from there is like, so our slogan, our company's name is Virtually Made, and our slogan is Own Your Entertainment. So what we really want to do is we want to create like a customized experience so that you can evolve your NFT. Like if you think about like MMOs or a lot of games, people like to put their own swag on their characters, so it feels like yours, right? And so that's where we see a really good utility for greens. And we're calling it the franchise pass because once you own the franchise pass, you'll be eligible for like a holiday drop, and we'll be able to drop like head items, and maybe we'll do a limited quantity where there's only 100 head items, and anybody under a certain criteria is eligible to mint those. And then now you can swap out your head item if you're in the mood for that, right? Or you can swap it out with something else. And then the bigger vision is we're making comics, we're making animations. How cool would it be if you could have your custom character that you built up, that you leveled up, and put it into your animation? Like that's where our vision is, or put it into your own comic, right? Yeah. And so the primary hero or character of that comic, it's still Spider-Man, but it's your version of Spider-Man. It's not the one that they dictated for you.
Oh wow!
Reminds me of
that'd be really cool.
Those videos that you could like put your face into, and it would like stick you in that little animation thing. Back in the early days of the internet.
Yeah. Jib jab.
Quick, yeah. Cool.
That would be so amazing. I'm definitely so obsessed with the idea of being able to swagify my NFT, and then also just like really when it's yours, it's really your memories. It's really your journey in your wallet. Not that it's not meaningful anyway, but it's like super, super, super the future.
Fries are looking good.
And we really like putting emphasis on utility beyond just flipping, beyond just making money off these things. And we really think the future of ownership NFTs will play a big role in that. And we just want to contribute towards the building of that, and being in this space, helping reshape what entertainment is.
Hell yeah. It needs a makeover real bad.
No doubt. So these are looking pretty cool. I see he's a sucker, but he's also got suckers for hands or gloves. Like,
you know what's funny? I didn't even realize that till you just said that.
Wow,
that's freaking awesome.
Tootsie Pops.
Yeah, that's so
Tootsie
cool.
Pop.
The boxing gloves are lollipops too.
Yeah, no, I think they're Tootsie Pops. Actually,
Tootsie Pops probably.
Tootsie Pops. Yeah.
He's legit. Like that's gonna kick. He's gonna kick a lot of junk food's ass because he's got that hard shell. For real.
Are they gloves or hands though? That's my question.
Oh, those are gloves. Yeah. Those are definitely gloves.
Yeah.
Slip them on.
Gotta go with the aesthetic.
That's hot. Yeah, I'm loving these. Okay, guys, so cool.
How do we get this? How do I get a franchise pass? How do you do that?
So the sequence is the junkies will launch, then the greens token and staking will launch, and then the franchise pass is going to be after the fact, and
Okay.
that's where the way to get the franchise pass is by eating junkies or veggies. So we're at a point right now where people are literally going to mint their junkies just so they can eat them. So, like, because I think our floor is like 110, 115 or something like that on the veggies right now. And if you own a veggie, it's a 1-to-1 whitelist for junkies. And so it's only 40 ADA, which with the current price of ADA, it's actually a really cheap mint.
Hell yeah. Definitely.
Yeah, public is only 60, so it's still a discount. But yeah, it's right for now. It's going to be cheaper to buy junkies to eat them. And if you look at our Discord, we're having people choose a side, whether you're a junkie or a veggie. And the veggies were running with it. Like, they were in a significant lead, but the junkies are starting to catch up right now. And so
they took their hits. They got
man. What's going to be interesting is when one side eats the other, the maximum that can happen is if 2,500 vigilantes and 2,500 crumb lords happen. That would deplete both the original supplies, which I don't think that's going to happen, but like that's the maximum.
Right.
But we're going to see who wins the war. So the community kind of gets
that's
to
so
decide.
cool.
Yeah, like if more people decide to go on the vigilante side, then like the veggies are going to win the war. If more people decide to go on the junkie side and become crumb lords, then we'll know why they live above ground.
I mean, I gotta tell you right now, I am gonna put my money on vigilantes winning the war.
Ooh.
Crumb lords will win battles, but the war will be won by vigilantes, I think.
You like rooting for the underdog? Is that what that is?
Is that what?
Is it rooting for the underdog, or are you just like
Well, I think vigilantes is a sick name. I think people will be attracted to that name. And I think we have a lot of good people in Cardano. So even though their base instincts are going to say, let's junk it up, they might go to the, that's just a prediction.
Yeah, cool.
Well,
I'm excited to see. We're really just excited to see how it plays out because
it's amazing.
Possibilities, yeah.
It's amazing that y'all are actually making this happen in a way that we'll get to see it in a real way. Like that kind of blows my mind. I didn't realize that was going to happen, but it's really cool.
It's been a lot of fun, yeah, and the community's been getting super behind it, and that's a big part of what we want is we want the community to drive the war, right? And we're trying to start a little, we're poking a little bit. We're trying to start a little bit of beef in there, and it's really fun, like on Twitter and Discord, just all the trash talk. It's all friendly, but it's been a lot of fun.
Showing people their vote counts somewhere, showing people that you're going to make a difference one way or another here. So get in there.
So are you guys going to be participating in these battles, in this war even? Or are you just kind of poking and prodding? Are you coming down on the side?
Puppeteer?
I'm going to be a crumb lord. Excited, yeah. I'm
not only the president of Hair Club for Men, I'm also a member. Yeah, we definitely. We'll be playing with it too. Because we're just coming up with stuff that we want to play with ourselves and want to own and do ourselves. That's why we started this whole thing, because we had all these ideas. We were just investors or just like in the scene, but we felt like we had ideas of how we could push the boundaries and the barriers that we've seen so far. So we do that with our art, with our the multitude of body types and base types that we have. And then we're thinking of different utility and gamification and things like that.
And just community stuff y'all have done and always do. Like y'all are the like in the top 3 people I think of that like are out there doing stuff all the time with community and trying to get people together and you're good at talking about your project, etc. Will you teach me? JK.
Well, building community is definitely what's going to help us get through, like us being all of us in the Cardano space. Like help us get through all the hard times, like what we're going through right now, like companies funding getting cut in half and things like that.
Definitely. I watched Charles's video, his most recent video, and that lifted my spirits a bit, just knowing that we have people that are supporting each other is definitely key.
So
well, and it's got to be bigger than financial gains, and I think when you start with financial gains, what ends up happening is once you lose that part, then you have nothing left and it's just hollow. When you start with community, with people connections, with building, that will ultimately lead to the bigger financial gains in the long run. And when we have those bad moments, when we have a bear market, a downturn, as long as you could keep that core of people together and you keep building, whether that's community or technology, ultimately that's what brings value to the market. Hype, price fluctuation, all that stuff doesn't matter, right? Like it really doesn't in the grand scheme of things. Like one of the things I was involved in last year was AMC and GameStop, and I don't believe in either of those companies to be valued at their stock price. It was 100% based off of hype. AMC tried to do some cool things. I know with their money, I don't really know if GameStop did anything with their money.
It was nostalgia for me too, for sure.
It is nostalgia, but like the reality was those companies weren't as valuable as the price that was invested. So they plummeted like a rock, right? They went up and down. It's all hype. That's all it is. There's no actual value being provided there from the money. And yes, you could make money from that, but ultimately, what do I want to bet on? Do I want to bet on like Amazon or Google, or do I want to bet on GameStop? And for me, it's like I'm gonna bet on the one that's actually building and doing things, or Tesla, or like somebody who's actually revolutionizing.
Not
something.
Amazon.
Yeah, you're not Amazon.
But your point stands.
Yeah.
For sure. That's awesome. Yeah, I mean, it's almost like all the hype is like this the karmic wheel, and it's just gonna be good and bad, and it's just gonna be crazy, and it's like there are things that are real that last that we are responsible for making sure stay there.
I wanted to circle back to, you guys said that you're creating things that you want to play around with, and you started as investors. And what was that process like, going from just part of the community to like leading your own major pillar of the community in a way?
Yeah, totally.
I think that's how this whole space has grown, right? Somebody saw Bitcoin and got inspired. Vitalik saw Bitcoin and got inspired to come up with smart contracts. Snowfro minted CryptoPunks and got inspired to come up with minting lottery style, like how we do not now with art blocks. People just get inspired by something that's ahead of them and come up with a new idea that ends up becoming a norm, Totally. And I think that's a big part of like just where we come from with this. Like we've been in the space since 2017, like early 2017. Went through that whole crazy wave. Me and Stives have been just talking crypto like ever since, trying to find people that are down to talk about it as much as.
So how long have y'all known each other?
Like, we're brothers-in-law, so it's been
I had no idea.
17 years
awesome.
or something.
Well, I don't know however long you've been married plus a few years. So.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, probably 13 years or so. My whole family's into crypto, including my mom. She got us into it.
Well,
and
we didn't listen to her, actually.
Oh, you could have gotten a little better.
Back in the day, yeah.
It's like $200 Bitcoin, and I was like, "Sure, Mom." And
another one of Mom's pyramid schemes.
Once my sister told me about it, I was like, "Oh, I got to listen to her. She knows what she's talking about." I think Paul and I got into it deeper than anybody else.
Yeah, then we ended up building a mining rig together.
Wow.
We started a group text chat with a couple of friends we brought in. Like Joel was one of them. He brought in a couple of guys, and we attacked Cardano CNFTs together as as a team when it first came out. Like when it first started up.
Yeah, we heard from Billy Martin that he really wished he would have listened to you when you first said it. That's part of the journey. People don't
yeah.
listen the first time.
2017, I was running around telling everybody I saw, "You got to buy crypto."
Yeah,
Yeah.
And
I
I remember
listen.
those days.
well, some people waited till the end of the year to buy, and then it sunk, and then
Yeah.
they sold and
Yeah.
lost money, and they're not my friends anymore.
That's a shame.
They hate me.
That was a
There's
rough
one thing I
time.
would
That's when we
want
came
to.
in.
Yeah, Brian.
I was just gonna add to the question too. We were talking with Joel, and he brought this thing up of like, why not me? And kind of this attitude of why if everybody else is qualified, why am I not qualified, right? And it really stuck with me, and it's really been a mantra for us is why not us. We have the experience, we're putting in the work, we got a good idea, why can't it be us? And I think when you're trying to like push boundaries and become like the next big thing or whatever, a lot of self-doubt's going to kick in. There's going to be a lot of, oh, I don't know if we're the people, I don't know if I can do
Imposter
this.
syndrome.
And then you got to sit back and be like, why am I not that person? And that's my best advice to anybody who's pursuing anything out there is don't ask yourself the question or tell yourself why you can't do things. Ask yourself why can't I do that? And if is that a real thing that I can overcome? Because the reality is a lot of times it's just a matter of effort. And when you don't believe in yourself, you never take the time to put in the effort. And therefore you don't get the thing, right? So that's probably been the biggest thing, and the biggest mind shift is I know I've always wanted to get in the space. I know Paul's always wanted to get in the space. He's literally going to school for it right now. And it's just a matter of like, why not? Let's just freaking do it. You know, everybody else is doing it. Like we got the credentials to do this. Let's go for it. And I think that was a big part of it. And it's been awesome.
And I just found out I got an A in my real analysis class. So
nice.
That sounds hard.
Congratulations.
I didn't think I'd get an A in it. So yeah.
Real analysis.
Why not me?
I don't even know that.
Got it.
Exactly. That's so good. Oh man. And then once you have that, when we just get ourselves used to having that shift, it will never leave you. You know, once you just start doing that, you start to say, oh, well, I did this other thing, so I can do this next thing. And it just like builds into each other.
Yeah, absolutely. And like, so we didn't come in with a whole bunch of blockchain development experience, but with our community building experience, we were able to meet those people and meet several different people that have helped us out and fill in gaps that we were missing in our company. And it's been really amazing.
Yep. I mean, that is something that is very special that everybody can make use of in this community is the willingness to help other people. It's not present in other communities in that way. It's really special. And
yeah, it's what really attracted us to Cardano specifically too.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So I wanted to share
a
Vegemite that I picked up recently.
Yes.
Show us your goods.
This is the one. That's the only one I got, but I feel like he looks kind of like Macbeth.
I had to clean
yes.
He looks very sweaty,
Corn.
nervous.
Amazing.
What's he sweating over?
Oh no, what's that? What's that?
All his murders.
Either planning to murder someone and also probably worried that someone's planning to murder him.
He's hiding the weapon under his mustache. It's huge.
Yeah, that's right.
Are you guys team junkie or team veggie?
I mean, we heard the Vigilantes are going to win, so you know.
I didn't say they were going to win.
That's what I heard. I mean, that's what everyone's saying.
Honestly,
but whatever.
I think I am a junkie.
It makes me
Does that
hungry.
mean I have to be? That means I have to eat veggies and dwindle the veggies. Oh man, identity crisis.
Yeah. You can only choose one side.
Well, Matthew says he's minting 259
smart.
junkies to eat all of them. So
Nice.
that'll,
He's gonna eat them all. You savage.
yeah, no doubt.
Might have to turn over a new leaf and be a veggie.
You know,
Oh.
That might be what it is.
I don't think I could ever eat this guy. He's too cool.
I'm pregnant now. I got to be a good influence on our child. I can't be a junkie anymore. That was the past.
That was the old you.
I hear a lot of team junkies in chat here. Not as many team veggies. So
Oh,
I
no.
don't know.
They gotta
Well,
watch out.
We'll see. Wow, the suspense is killing me for real. I am definitely gonna be checking out this Discord more to see what's happening with this.
Yeah, I'm up in there.
Yeah, it's really fun, and you know, we're trying to just mix things up. Like it's a risk reward thing for us because we're not necessarily sorry, somebody's calling me over here.
Popular.
Yeah, I know. But we're not trying to like follow the current pattern. We're trying to do something different. Like ever since our concept, so like Paul was saying, we have 13 different base layers for the veggies. We're not using one static base layer and layering traits on top of that. Like making a banana and a watermelon work on different traits is really difficult to do. So kind of started off there, but then it's like the utility, the token, some of these things we're working on. It's like, what's something that nobody else has done before? And we have the option of choosing like a pattern of what's working in the market, but we at least think that doesn't push us forward. That's just feeding into the hype train, which is okay if you're the first one to come up with it or you make a second iteration that improves it. But if you're literally just repeating what somebody else has done, I don't see what value that brings long term. And but from a marketing standpoint, people tend to gravitate what they're used to. Oh, I've seen this work before. I've seen this work. And then you end up getting more of the same product. And a lot for us is, you know what? We're just gonna do something different. And let's hope the market reacts well to it. And I think long term they will, because there should be value in innovation and originality, right? At some point.
That's the point. I mean, yeah. And you're helping yourself so much more when you do that. I mean, you're making yourself so much better at adapting. And I mean, you'll fall into a rut if you keep doing everything that everyone else is doing.
Totally. And it's fun. It's fun to come up with stuff. It's fun to grow the space. And honestly, like, we really do care about Cardano. We really do care about blockchain. And if we're helping evolve it by adding more to the ecosystem, that's what ultimately is going to bring it more value, right? If we just create a bunch of memes and meme tokens and all that, those are empty at the end of the day. And I don't think that's going to grow us to where we want to be as an ecosystem.
No, definitely not.
Not that I don't like memes. Trust me, I'm still like memes. Yeah.
It just can't be everything. It's just like junk food. You just can't eat all junk food unless you're working on the junky leg of the project. It's understandable.
Exactly. Yeah. Well said.
Well, it sounds like you guys are pushing the envelope in new and exciting ways, and we're looking forward to seeing as every new wave comes out of this project. It's always something cool, something different. So keep it coming, guys. And thank you so much for coming on with us today. This was really exciting to sit down with y'all. Yeah. And Brian, your second time on the show. We're going to have to start getting like some sort of achievement for multiple appearances.
Yeah.
Always good talking to you guys, man. I love what you do for the space. And I really love the quality of the production as well. And always a good chat.
Thank you, guys. It's been rad having
you. So nice to meet you, Paul.
Yeah, any final words?
Yeah, and I really appreciate your guys' like lightheartedness, and this has been a lot of fun. It's like talking about real stuff, but without being all super serious about it. I love it.
Good.
That's how the news should be.
Yeah. Totally.
We're going to clip this and we're going to put it as an advertisement because you guys are like, you guys did great. We'll probably post it anyways. But thank you so much for your kind words. We're really having fun here and glad that y'all are having fun with us.
Yeah.
And remember to eat your veggies.
That's
Hey,
right.
May 18th, whitelist, 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. May 19th is public mint. I promise you guys the art is going to be super duper fire. So check out our Twitter. I got a sick sneak peek coming out later today. I think everybody's going to love it. So don't miss out.
All right, we'll be watching.
Oh yes. Can't wait.
Thank you for coming. That's the signal, I guess, for sending you off. All right. Well, we'll see you next time, friends.
Yeah.
Peace out.
Peace.
All right.
Oh, damn, this art really is amazing. Like I'm looking at some evil candy corns, some fry killers that give me some Aqua Teen vibes.
I'm hungry.
I know. Oh my
Fuck,
God.
to get something
You know, a
tasty
lot of
after
times
this.
you lose weight working on a project because you forget to eat, but I feel like you're gonna have to eat.
Well, it sounds like they're eating mostly salads. Made of
Radishes. I just never expected someone to. No, I didn't expect two people to say radishes were their favorite vegetable.
I love radishes. They're great.
want a
They're
radish
good
now.
along with something else or as an ingredient.
Yeah,
Eating them
a
straight
radish
tough
kimchi sounds
because
very
they got some
interesting.
spice to them. But if you got a radish in one hand and a cucumber in the other, you can kind of and they kind of balance.
Peppery, refreshing.
All right. Well, since there's no news happening, there's no news today, by the way.
Nothing has
new
happened.
So we're gonna go straight to our next.
If you guys have any news, you can tell us.
Yeah, if you have any news, let us know. But honestly, I don't believe you because if you had news, you'd be here and we would be there. You
That's
know,
true.
so obviously there's nothing going on out there.
That's true.
Trust me. So we're gonna go now
You can't
to.
trust someone with a goatee. Just saying.
I'm very trustworthy now.
This is evil Scott. This is evil Scott.
Here's another thing I wanted to show you guys before we go, because it's not just Doctor Strange who's my facial hair inspiration.
It looks really good. I really like it.
I don't know if you guys have played Command and Conquer, but
Oh my
if
God.
you may have seen a man named Kane, who is the commander of the Brotherhood of Nod. And as you can see, he's
he's a striking man.
The Brotherhood might be recruiting since Kane, I think, retired or got murdered or something. So
that would be a step up for them if they got you. That would be a step up.
This is what I look like.
He looks like a pro wrestler.
Well, because I'm bald. I mean, excuse me, but it's a lot more. It's a lot more effective. I take it off, but it takes forever to get this thing on.
It's like Velcro.
Yeah. So, okay, now without further ado, we're going to bring on our next guest. Now, this is a great one. We've been waiting to talk to this guy for a long time. We're talking about Pablo from
We are going to make
the
it.
Makers.
The Makers.
Let's do it.
Hey.
Second-time guest. We've had 2 second-time guests today. That's pretty crazy.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. It's been a while.
Yeah.
And
It's been
so
like 8 months or something. I don't even know. I can't even tell time.
Yeah.
No, the CNFT phase goes fast. Like 1 month is like 6 or something.
Definitely.
So what's going on in your neck of the woods these days?
Yeah, no, it's been crazy. I mean, I think it's been around 4 months since we first dropped the Makers, the original 110 little dudes. I still have mine over here.
Oh my God, this town looks so good. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh yeah. No, I always have my little maker here next to me.
Oh yeah.
Oh, awesome. Show us closer. Yes. Oh my God, he's awesome.
Cutie.
Yeah, he's got a little home now in the metaverse. Well, soon enough. But,
dude, so cool. Did you name him? Is his name Maker?
Literally, yes. His name is Maker.
I thought it might be. That's appropriate.
Really bad with names.
It would be weird if his name was Milo or something. It wouldn't be right.
Milo the Maker.
Yeah.
Right. So I wanted to pop up some of this. Now, this is what's happening now, but let's see some examples of
Ooh, yeah, it goes back because I've been. We show some time lapse as well. I don't know if you guys saw it.
I haven't seen all of it. We've seen some of it.
Oh my God.
These are from the original series, yes?
Yeah, those are the original
That's
series.
why I wanted to pop up, just so we could get a little baseline.
Yeah.
So what are these? What are we looking at here?
We're looking at my childhood
intrigued.
toys, essentially. Because I used to make a lot of toys with cardboard when I was a little kid. And
Yeah,
yeah,
you're
so I
freaking
made
amazing at it.
yeah. And then yeah, I basically turned them into an NFT collection that revolves around architecture projects, basically. And I wanted to create a character that, be easier to identify with, to understand the project.
Mm-hmm.
So I brought on my little makers
I think it's a
to be
great
the
idea.
face of this whole thing.
It's so perfect. And I remember like just being so intrigued by your idea to of helping actual projects that need building out there. What's going on with that?
Yeah. So that will be Project Principio, which will come later on, uh, by the end of this year, most likely.
Wow, that's
Which will
awesome.
be it will be a real architecture project in design. So construction is extremely complex, which we'll not tackle yet.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, we're starting with a conceptual design that is quite realistic. But the maker town is
Yeah,
sort of a little step up before that. So you know how the original collection were the makers, the little characters,
right.
and to transition, the community into a more architectural mindset or idea.
Mm-hmm.
We are now making the maker town, right? The little makers' homes in the metaverse. Um, which is essentially not, of course, a realistic project. It's very conceptual.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are the
But it's
original
so much
drawings.
it's so realistic, honestly, when you think about other little worlds and things we've seen. Like, it is made by someone who is an architect, and it's also made it also just is so much more real than anything I've seen. Even if it is conceptual, it's just like I don't know, I can't explain it.
Yeah, I mean, I guess a lot of my sort of architectural mindset revolves around real buildings. I like to make sort of realistic things and not too conceptual, like crazy sort of sci-fi type of things.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
I bring that along into the maker town as well. So I mean, technically, right, you could build these things. I mean, they don't
So I'm
look
looking
so
at it,
right.
like, is this feasible? Could
This,
we build this?
the middle one could be built, the shrine. And
Wow.
yeah,
So they all kind of stick together. That's really cool.
But it also
yeah.
is like, it's also a little bit weird. I like that it's weird, even though it is, realistic in certain ways. It's definitely not basic in any way. It's definitely something that would be in another world or could be in another world.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That I like
totally.
to see. That's so cool. So and it's going to be on Artano?
Yeah, we partnered with Artano, and they approached us earlier during our first collection drop, and they've been very positive on the whole idea, the whole concept of architectural collections.
No doubt.
Yeah, they're great.
And yeah, they're great. They're
I
really
think it's a
great.
great collab. I'm glad that y'all did that. It makes sense to me, for sure.
And the drop's coming right out. May 20th, looks like.
Yes,
Wow.
we
So
have
what
4
format will
days.
this be in? Like, how will this come?
Yeah, so basically, people will be minting MakerTown buildings.
Ah.
So the basically the complex that we have just been looking at right now
Mhm.
is got multiple buildings. There is the middle one and then two attached to it, and those are basically the shrine, the middle one, I call it the shrine, where there is a maker statue right in the middle.
Yeah, I was just looking at that. That was amazing detail to see that little statue in there. Yeah.
And then we got two buildings next to it. The one on the uh,
That glass.
on the right side is called the Ape House. It was themed after Cardano apes because we have a few of the community members in our community as well.
Is that in this little grouping here?
Yeah, so these
That's the one
are
with
the
the banana
maker
on
buildings. Yeah, exactly. So
The owl.
these are different variations. Basically, every building is gonna have 4 variations
Oh, really? Cool.
with different rarity
Oh,
levels.
cool.
And I'm just releasing the sneak peeks now because I'm finalizing the artwork these days. And this is the uncommon rarity. And yeah, so that's the shrine. And then that's the ape house with the little banana in the middle.
Okay.
And that's Block Owl House,
That's
I
the
call
black
it.
owls, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes. Oh,
Because
man,
we also
that
have
makes so much sense. Okay, yes.
we have Kanetsky in our community as well, and he's a community manager as well in Block Owls.
Yeah,
And then a
Black
few
Owls
of our
are
members
cool.
love it.
And there's that little
Yeah.
maker on top of Block Owl House.
Oh yeah. I put little makers within the building so you can see sort of the scale of it.
Yeah, it's like minis,
I
it's
like
like,
that.
Yeah.
see, yeah. That's really cool. Especially seeing that it's like incorporated with the community is extra exciting. It's like Easter eggs in there.
Yeah, basically.
So, what will the NFTs look like themselves? Like, will it be a video of this
Just
rotation?
spinning.
Will it be the actual 3D model in there? What's the plan?
Yeah, so the idea is to make the NFTs metaverse compatible. So, because I've designed, the whole thing inside out. So every building has rooms inside. You're gonna explore like everything. So like
Wow.
I will show a what's it called? Like a video of cut throughs, the whole model.
Mhm.
So you're able to see, the cross sections. So you're able to see actually the actual floor plan of the
Yeah.
whole of each variation of the maker town. So it's not like a little statue thing. It's an actual building that actually has rooms, has stairs, has a lot of spaces inside. So they're meant to be used. They're meant to go around and explore. But the thing is that I've been talking with Pavia to be a verified creator for their compatible assets, but they are still developing, the whole
Oh yeah.
integration with other because we're very
It's a
early on.
daunting concept.
Yes,
It's a lot.
but the good thing is that as long as I've got the 3D model of the building, it is possible to connect it to
And you built it
metaverse.
that way. And yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. That's so important. Just like having that intention of building it that way. And just like hearing you talk about this is meant to be explored, this has all this detail, it just really marks an advancement in CNFTs for me because I've never seen that with any building where it's like something that you could go in really. That's really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, like for now in this very beginning when you mint the project, what you're gonna be getting is hopefully if it works out well, three files. Basically, you will be getting a preview image and the video of the rotation.
Cool.
And then I'm working to also include a 3D model in there, so you're able to put in Pavia viewer and then actually observe the building. This is something I'm aiming for. I have the files, but it gets tricky to format it the right way. But either way, there will be a remint with all after the guidelines of from Pavia are fully set.
Oh yeah. Right.
We will do a remint for the holders, so they will get an updated NFT where they will get the actual compatible 3D model.
That's
Pretty
awesome.
rad. I'd love to get one of these for a Pavia
I
plot. They sound like
know.
it'd be very it'd be a great
Perfect.
set.
Yeah, it really would. It really would. And what a great
But,
deal, right? Like, I mean, I can, with ADA being, lower right now, I can definitely afford to get a
Cheapest
few,
house we ever bought.
Yeah, exactly.
yeah.
So
The way it's
cool.
gonna work is so in the mint you're actually gonna be minting Maker Town buildings and not the actual Maker Town,
Right.
Mhm.
but with 3 buildings of the same rarity, so all matching the Shrine, Ape House, and Block Owl House. You'll be able to burn 3 for 1 Maker Town.
Wow.
So
If you get the
we'll be
same
having
rarity.
yeah, exactly, from the same rarity. So if you get 3, right, common rarity, and you trade them for a Maker Town, they will be burned, and then a Maker Town will be minted in another policy ID, and then you will be getting that. So I'm made a little mechanism so it becomes a bit more
Collectability.
collectible,
Yeah.
and also yeah,
And so
and then
and the towns will also have the same
I'm sorry.
rarity. So like if I do 3 common buildings and make a maker town, it'll be a common maker town. You'll keep the rarity.
Exactly, yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Cool. Cool.
Yeah, you keep the rarity, but you won't be able to combine them because
Yeah.
that will be very complicated. The designs will look a
Probably
bit weird,
have to trade
but
somebody for it. Yeah. For one. That's awesome.
yeah, I'm not a techie savvy person, so I can't.
Yeah,
But
totally.
definitely, we'll have a total of 200 maker towns
Oh, that's
that
great. Yeah.
are able to be minted. So all of those 600 NFTs, because you'll be able to pair them in 3. So
Mhm.
in total, we make 200
That's
for the
Yeah,
whole
perfect.
cool.
collection.
Perfect.
Wow. Only
So
4
what's it gonna
days.
be like when they're in Pavia and like people are running around in your creations? I mean, that's gonna be
Crazy.
really cool.
Yeah.
I'll be releasing after the job. I'll be releasing some walkthroughs. So a video showing you how it actually looks going
Oh,
around
great! Yeah,
in the first
Wow.
person view. So that people don't have to wait until Pavia comes out.
That's
Because
awesome.
I have the whole building, I have the whole design, but so far I've only been showing those, like rotational videos,
Mhm.
so that
Mhm.
people can grasp the idea.
Yeah.
But
And
then
let
I'll be
people get
showing some
excited before
walkthroughs
they see it
within the
anyway.
building within that.
yeah,
Yeah.
gonna get in there. So
Yeah,
what
yeah,
about
exactly.
the makers themselves as like an avatar? Do you have any
Ooh,
plans or thoughts
interesting.
for that? As like a 3D metaversal avatar because they look pretty cool.
They do.
Yeah, totally. I mean, I haven't released any like official information on that, but it's very possible. It's very
Oh,
possible to do
no.
that.
Love it. I'd
Um,
love to get one of those.
but we just have to wait until
Yeah, of
the
course. You got to do the real stuff. But
yeah,
I like to
Remi-
dream
yeah.
sometimes.
Remind me, Pablo, when did you make your first maker that looks like these makers? Like that resembles these
Okay,
makers.
so yeah. So this design, this maker design, right?
Yeah.
I did it back in to it's been a while, to be honest. 2015.
2000 what?
2015.
Oh,
All
nice.
right.
So 7 years
7
ago.
years.
Yeah.
Lucky 7.
7 years ago, I made this design.
Wow. I mean, it
But
looks like it's
then
made
the
out of it looks
actual
like it's made out of wood. It's so amazing. Sorry, go ahead.
yeah. I mean, you can see it's cardboard, but it's a
Yeah.
strong one. And then it's got wire in here, so can
Yeah.
actually
I
move
love
its
the
legs.
hands. Even each
Oh my
finger
god.
can like be manipulated
Yeah,
Oh
individually,
my
yeah, they
god.
can.
and they can grab stuff.
They
Really
can
cool
give you the
stuff.
middle finger.
That's right. That's
Yes.
true.
They're
If you
really
try
hard
to
to
destroy
bend.
their town.
Yeah, you'd have to get it down there, but if you really wanted to,
Yeah,
cut you off.
yeah.
That's awesome. You were saying something though. I interrupted you about saying they looked so good. about when you first made it or something.
7 years ago.
Oh yeah. It was 7 years ago. I was thinking about doing something with them, some project with them. Um, and but it was 7 years ago, so there was no concept of like
Yeah.
NFTs or anything like
NFTs.
that.
Yeah. No.
No, not
Yeah,
quite.
yeah. But yeah, I updated the design from the very first design that I did when I was like, I don't know, 8 years old. That was like the initial design.
Amazing.
Yeah, so they've been existing for a long time.
It's really cool.
It's like it's just so extra special when we hear from people about things that are so important to their lives and that have been a part of their lives for so long, and it is realized in this spectacular way. Like I can't think of anything cooler than that. I mean, it's
Yeah.
it's
No,
crazy.
they're very special to me because, I mean, the reason why I went into architecture and design was because I used to play with them when I was a kid, and I used to
Oh yeah,
make like towns and cities with them when I was 7, 8. So, yeah, they mean a lot. They mean a lot.
definitely. That's where we find all of our things,
Yeah.
at that time, and like they might evolve into other things, but that's where the root of it comes for sure.
Yeah.
Well, I
Yeah.
can't wait for this drop. These are awesome. I'm very curious to see what the rare one looks like. It's going to be very
Oh,
exciting.
yes. I'll release it that soon. But
Awesome.
yeah, it's been taking me a long time. I've taken around 6 months just designing these maker towns.
Nice.
Sorry, 5 months, around 5 months. And yeah, I mean, it's because I'm designing the way I design normally is from the inside out. So I think of the whole plans, interiors, and walls and everything, and then build from there to sort of an
Mhm.
exterior look. So it's got a lot of detail.
Is that normal? Like do different architects have different ways that they prefer doing it? Like people who do
Yeah,
this sort of thing? Some people might do
yeah.
outside in. Yeah.
Yeah, so a lot of the sort of the more common way of doing it is by first starting with a mass,
Mhm.
so sort of a shape in a way, and then
Mhm.
you play around with the mass, and then you start sort of taking off floors or then shaping it more in detail, and then sort of outside in a way.
Mhm.
Um,
Very
but
cool.
I don't know. I always sort of transition into more little detail because I like to play a bit with detail.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Like whatever aspect you're more attracted to, it would be where you should start. Yeah, that's really interesting.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So
Awesome.
I recently saw in your Discord that you had added some team members a couple months ago. What can you tell us about your team? I'd love to hear more about who's working on this thing.
Yeah. So one of my colleagues from real life, his name is Arva, and he's working with me for the real life architecture project. So
Oh,
he's
shit.
also, yeah, he also has an architecture background. We both made in architecture school, to be honest. So I know him for a while, and we've done a couple projects before together for architecture, and we really work well in design. We understand each other. We know how we think. So he's gonna be the co-designer for the real life project
It's rad.
that we
That's
actually have started working on that already. So he's the main sort of
addition.
addition. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. And then I had another friend that was helping us for the sort of more some graphic design work, and
Hmm.
then helping us with the emojis.
Hmm.
So he was helping for the Makerton drop, but then he won't be able to continue with us for the real life architecture project.
Okay.
But I'll be bringing. I mean, I'm looking to of course have more help on that after Makertown drop
Oh, yeah.
to improve the sort of community aspect of it, because I'll be working so much on the architecture project. So we'll be expanding the team a bit after the job.
Totally. Yeah, and you got to do it when it's the time to do it. You don't need to have people hired before you need them to do anything, for sure.
Yeah, yes, because I've taken this project sort of very slow,
Mhm.
and very, step by step. Started first with a little collection, just 110, and then we're doing 600, and then we're planning on a big drop, some by the end of the year.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, this is
That's the
why
way to do it.
yeah, we'll increase the team right after this drop.
Well, I'm so glad that you've got some support there. That's really important.
Oh yeah. And people like, I mean, I know that for Tyler, like having people he's done architecture with before in the community has been like really helpful, and just having gone to school with people, like you said, knowing how each other works and stuff is definitely helpful.
Yeah, especially in design, because I mean it's really difficult to design with somebody else, on the
Mhm.
same project.
Mhm.
So it's, yeah, I mean I'm pretty happy that I can have Arda to help me design, because we just understand each other really well.
I can't wait.
You guys are putting together some cool stuff.
Yeah, yeah. So
Sure.
far, we've been choosing the site, so the location where we will do the real life project.
Oh yeah, yeah, in the
Um,
Discord.
yeah, exactly. So soon we're gonna have a voting happening. We have two
Oh,
sites. It's gonna be
that's
so exciting.
awesome.
I'm really excited
When
to
do you
see
think
which
that will
one.
be so I can keep my eyes open? But
Yeah, most likely.
like in the next
Uh, um,
month or what?
I'll announce it everywhere, so I'm pretty sure you'll
Okay,
find out.
okay,
But it
cool.
will
That
most
works.
likely happen maybe next week. We'll start voting,
Yeah,
but
okay,
then we'll give
awesome.
some time.
All
Yeah.
right.
That is great. Well, we will
Well,
definitely be at this drop this week.
yeah. I'm really glad to
Yeah.
have been able to chat with you about this. It's really cool to see and to hear that you can go inside of them. And I mean, it's everything that you would kind of expect and hope, but it's great to to hear that from you
And
and
Yeah.
just
try to
see it
imagine
growing,
what it
see
might
the
be like.
world growing.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah. Totally. Yeah, guys. I'm really excited for the drop. Happening on the 20th, just 4 days. The public meeting will be at 5 p.m. UTC
5
on the
p.m.
20th of May.
UTC on May
Yes.
The
20th.
20th.
Be there. Get your
Yeah,
metaverse compatible building,
that's right.
and
Got to.
maybe get a whole dang town.
Yes, yes. Collect them and then get yourself a full town.
I
Beautiful
would
No
town.
love
doubt.
to get a town. Oh my god, that's
All right,
amazing.
cool. Well, thank you so much for coming again. And hey, you're gonna get an achievement one of these days if you keep coming on.
Hmm. You're gonna
Yeah,
get
yeah,
a triple threat achievement on your next time.
yeah.
Thank
It'd
Yeah.
be
you,
great.
Pablo.
Yeah, no, thank you
Keep up the
guys.
great work and the vision.
Yes.
And we'll see you next time.
Yeah,
Have a
man.
great week.
Woo! Thanks for coming.
Maker Town, Maker Town. Going down to Maker Town.
Bye-bye.
Yeah. Take care.
Bye.
All right. Awesome.
Damn, that can you
Great chat.
imagine when we're gonna be able to go in all these buildings and the metaverse? Yeah.
Nice. Yeah,
Okay,
look forward to that.
man.
So definitely gonna check that out. And anyone who's still with us here, thank you all for watching. We don't have drops or projects to watch today.
Or Tyler.
Or Tyler. A lot of
He's off in the beaches.
Tyler's on vacation. Will's got COVID. I'm just getting over COVID. Alyssa,
I better
Summer's
not get COVID.
trying not to get COVID. So a little later on the show today, but here we are.
That's the
And
update.
we had a great time with y'all.
Yeah, we did. Great show.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of love.
So please tune in on Thursday. We got more coming to you. I guess one cool thing we did was sent out all of our
Oh yeah.
airdrops for our Patreon holder, for our Patreon members as part of the Mr. Pistachio's Rolodex.
$20 reward tier will
That's
get
right.
you an NFT airdrop every month. It might not be exactly on time, but you're getting it every
Not
month.
going to be on time, but it will be a monthly sort of thing.
Will happen every month.
So I was going to show off the arcade thing.
And this is basically the most popular arcade game in one of the universes that Stella visits.
Insert token to play. Unfortunately, no tokens that this game will take have been invented yet. So it's impossible to play. You can't insert the token that it wants.
I tried shoving my data token in there.
Data tokens don't work. ADA tokens don't work. We've never tried putting a whole Bitcoin in. So if anyone wants to, let us know. Send us the Bitcoin.
Yeah,
and maybe
we'll take care of it for you.
No, but this is just a cool little thing. Now we have 9 people on our Patreon at that level, and so we minted 10. We're keeping one of them. This is number 10 for us, for the team. But other than that, there it is. And what does it do? It doesn't do anything. It's just cool. We have a lot of just weird news team themed cool things.
Yeah.
That we're making.
Yeah. It basically deeper explore these airdrops generally deeper explore the lore of this universe of different universes. Can I read the metadata?
Oh yeah. I was just gonna oh yeah, there it is.
And basically Stella says these CNFT news arcade machines are hugely popular on planet P4C 970.
970. That's probably where she got that COVID to bring back to me. Thanks, Stella.
It's a Stargate planet.
Yeah.
That is dangerous.
You don't want to go there. The Ashen live there, I think.
You'll end up writing in. Yeah, that's right.
So I did want to point out how cool this logo is. This
it's
pixel logo, because I had to make that, pixel by pixel to to make it small, because it doesn't. You can't just shrink it and it looks good. No, we lost all that. But I love all it. We get to keep all the cool little lines and everything. Love it.
I would love to have that be an emoji on our Discord server.
Yeah, that'd probably be pretty good for it.
It would look really good.
Okay, friends.
Signing out.
It's been the CNFT news.
For the Monday news.
That's right. So for the CNFT news, I'm Scott Chestnut.
I'm Summer Horsegrave.